Hello students, so today we'll start with a new chapter, a new topic, the human reproduction. This is chapter number 3 from your NCERT. Okay, this is chapter 3 of zoology. So when we say human reproduction, what do we mean by reproduction? It is a production of an offspring with the help of two individuals in case of humans, and those individuals are the male and the female. So before starting with the male reproductive system, female reproductive system and the other processes, let's know a little bit about in general, a whole. Okay, so human reproduction is, humans are unisexual. Unisexual means only one type of reproductive part will be present in one individual. Means male and female are different. So you can say that to be unisexual, and there is also a term which is sexual dimorphism. Means the male and female are physically different. So in human reproduction, it's not just the fertilization part or only the copulation part. This is a process. So the process comprises of some steps. The steps will be, first will be the production of the gametes, which is gametogenesis. Gametogenesis is production of the gametes. So the gametes will help in production of in the formation of zygote. So the production of gametes, it is of two types. If it is a male, the gamete formation will be called spermatogenesis, and if it is a female, then the gamete formation will be oogenesis. Means in spermatogenesis, formation of sperm will occur, and in oogenesis, formation of the egg will occur. This is the first step. After this, there will be insemination. Insemination means transfer of the male gamete to the female reproductive system. That you can say insemination or copulation. Then number 3 will be fertilization. Fertilization is the zygote formation. Okay, the twice N zygote will be formed. And after fertilization is cleavage. This zygote that is formed will divide. So that is cleavage or division. Okay, this is a division of the zygote. Then after cleavage comes implantation. Means implantation of the embryo in the female reproductive tract. So that is implantation. The next is placentation, means formation of placenta. So after placentation comes gastrulation, formation of the 3 germ layers, ectoderm, endoderm, mesoderm, formation of the 3 germ layers. Next is after gastrulation means from the 3 germ layers organs will be formed. So that is organogenesis. Okay, and then after organogenesis will be the baby coming out of the mother's birth canal. So that is parturition. Okay, and all these steps together is said to be gestation. Okay, from the formation of zygote up to parturition. This is gestation, and this, sorry, it's not from here, it's from this step. So this is gestation, and this requires 9 months time. Okay, so before knowing about the different reproductive organs or the systems, you have to know the step-by-step processes. So next we'll start with the male reproductive system. You can note this part from here. Okay. system, it comprises of two types of organs. First is the primary sex organ. The primary sex organ in case of male is the testis. Two numbers of testes, they are paired, and they have two functions. They will produce male gametes, and along with that they will also produce the sex hormones in male. This is primary sex organ. And the next one which will help the primary sex organ are the accessory sex organs. Accessory sex organs are many. They are the epididymis, seminal vesicles, then prostate gland, Cowper's gland. We'll come to each and every one of them later, okay, along with the function. Cowper's gland. And there are different ducts which are vas deferens and urinogenital tract. Urinogenital tract means urinogenital. We know in case of males there is a single tract for both coming out of the urine and the sperms. So it is urinogenital tract. In case of females we have different. Then the external genitalia in case of male, which is the penis. Okay. So after that, primary and accessory sex organs. We'll come to each of them. First we'll see the testis. So the testes are oval structures. Okay. This is one. This is the other. This is the other. Then they are covered by structures which are known as the scrotum, and this part in between is the scrotal septum. So this is the testis, this is scrotum, this is the scrotal septum. Now this testis has two layers. Okay. One covering it. So the layer inside is known as tunica albuginea, and the layer outside which protects the tunica albuginea is tunica vaginalis. Okay. So next there is a cavity. This part is a cavity which is known as vaginal coelom, which consists of a tissue known as hydrocele. Remember one thing, this part of the testis will always be lower, means one will always be lower than the other. Okay, draw it that way. Then this is done. Okay, what you have to remember is, in case of testes, in fetal stage, the testes are formed. This is the structure of testes. Always remember this. This comes in exam. In fetal stage, the testes are formed in the abdominal cavity. They only descend later. Abdominal cavity means this part leads to the abdominal cavity. Okay, from here this leads to the abdominal cavity, and this canal is known as inguinal canal. INGUINAL, inguinal canal. So, in fetal stage, testis is formed in abdominal cavity. Later they descend down. Okay, because we know the testis is always outside the body of the male. Why? Because this testis is required for the production of sperms, and the production of sperms will occur only 2 degrees Celsius below body temperature. Okay, they require 2 degrees Celsius below body temperature, and that is why the testes are outside the body. Outside the body, there is one term, don't write outside the body. You can say they are extra abdominal. Means they are outside the abdomen. In fetal stage, they are inside the abdomen. Later they descend down, and inside the scrotum they remain extra abdominal. Then the temperature of scrotum. The production of sperm requires, for spermatogenesis or production of sperm, 2 degrees Celsius below body temperature is required. So, for that the temperature of scrotum has to be maintained. So, the temperature of scrotum is maintained by dartos muscles. They maintain the temperature of scrotum. Okay, and just remember one thing, we'll come to this in the next part. This is testis. If we space it, here we'll see the male copulatory organ in between. So at the back is the epididymis, the accessory gland. Okay, both sides is the epididymis. So just remember this. Behind the testis is epididymis. So this is the first part, just the testis. In another video, I am giving you the detailed male reproductive system.